Hello, this is Ryan Ramsey from the Nutanix Southwest Commercial Team, and today I'm going to show you how to do an ESXi upgrade using Prism. So this would be the Nutanix customer that's using ESXi as their hypervisor. I'm not an expert on this, so I decided to do it myself and figure it out. So here it is. This is my vSphere interface here, and there's a couple things that we want to do just as best practices before we start the upgrade. The first one is if I go to hosts and clusters, go down to my cluster, I want to make sure that HA and DRS is turned on. Through the versions of VMware, this location has changed and the wording has changed, but I'm going to show you how to enable this. So first I'm going to go to the cluster and I'm going to go to edit here and then wait for this to load up. And I'm going to go to this turn on vSphere DRS. There's going to give me a couple options here, but basically I want this to be fully automated. There's a manual mode, which is it's going to ask you where to put VMs and you'll have to do it manually. There's a partially automated, which is their recommendations on where to place the VM. And then there's the full Monty here, which is just to do it and be done with it. The next thing you want to do is something called admission control. And typically, we're not going to turn this off, but what admission control does is allow VMware to determine if there's enough resources for VMware VMs to migrate. So one of the things I wouldn't want to do is down a node and not have enough resources for it to run or to run constrained. In this case, we're just going to turn it off. So we're going to set this to disabled. So again, from the VMware side, I'm going to turn on HA and I'm going to make sure that admission control is actually turned off and hit OK. So that's all we need to do here on this side. So now back to Nutanix. So this is the display that we're all used to seeing. And what I can do is go up to the gear icon, go up to upgrade software, and go to hypervisor. And what it's going to do is show me my current version of the hypervisor. And at this point, because we don't do a baseline, we're going to allow you to upgrade whenever you want versus other products that are going to send you quarterly packages. So what I want to do is go over to my patch page over at VMware, and I'm going to download the latest one. So I'm going to click this and hit download selected. One of the things I want to do is, before I do this, I need to get the checksum of the actual file. So I'm going to log back in and I'm going to look at the patch notes and I'm going to go to this MD5 checksum and I'm actually going to copy this. Okay. So I've downloaded my zip file. I've got my checksum. I'm going to go back to my Nutanix element and I'm going to do upload hypervisor binary. It's going to give me this other screen, and under the metadata I'm going to click this hyperlink down here. So I'm going to manually enter the checksum, which I've already got, scroll down, and then I'm going to choose the file for the actual update, and it's this guy here. I'm going to hit open and I'm going to hit upload now. And what this is going to do is check the zip file for consistency with the MD5 checksum. It's also going to upload it to our repository and start the process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward this real quick until we get to the end, but I'll let you watch the bar actually progress here. Okay, we're back. So the file uploaded, and now I've got two options. One is to perform the upgrade. The other is to do a consistency check or a pre-upgrade. So this is going to go and look for things like hardware that's physically mounted, like CD-ROMs. It's also going to make sure that this is able to fail over correctly. So one of the checks it does is to make sure that you have HA enabled. So what I'm going to do here is just go straight for the upgrade, in which case it's going to do the pre-upgrade also, and it's going to ask me for some vCenter credentials, so I'm going to enter those in. Okay, and then it's going to authenticate. It's going to go through, pass the pre-upgrade, so this is really quick, which is nice. And then I'm going to do open here. Actually didn't pass, that was from the previous one. So I'm going to do open, and I'm going to watch the steps that it's going to take to actually do the pre-upgrade. So at this point, our pre-upgrade is complete. It's gone through all the nodes and avoided deficiencies that might preclude us from upgrading. So now it's going to automatically roll back and start the hypervisor upgrade on each of the nodes one by one. Watch this progress through each of the nodes. They'll reboot until all four of them are done. I'm going to walk around and look at all the nodes here. So you'll see one's in the lead. Okay, so we did a quick little break there, and as we can see now, the first node is actually doing the update. And when we go over to the vCenter, we can see that it's actually configuring this. So my node is actually back up. I'm getting all my migrations done. So I've got two VMs. One is a domain controller, and one is the VCSA agent. This will happen automatically. And then it's going to continue on. So if I go back here, this one will become the master for now, and then all the subsequent upgrades will happen. You can see that this is going to be the next guy. So we're going to pause again and come back in a sec. All right, back from a quick break, and we can see now that two hypervisors have actually been 100% upgraded. We're going to wait for the third, the fourth, and then we're going to basically see the new environment. Hang tight. Okay, coming back again. So now we've got three upgraded. We're waiting on the fourth. Back in a sec. All right, and finally, it's done all the nodes. We've gone through and successfully upgraded every single node in this cluster to the hypervisor. And if we go back to our vSphere client, we can see that all nodes are back up. And we've reconfigured. We've done everything from managing the maintenance mode, and are fully upgraded here.